Hello, hello.
Hey, everybody. If you are watching the replay, welcome. And if you are watching the replay, please leave us a comment down below in the comment section and hit the like button. And if you are here with us currently live, please leave us a comment in the chat. Let us know you're here. Hit the like button as well. And if you are new to my, if you are newer to my guest over here, her link to her channel is in the description box, and her channel is Queen's Crafts by Bridget, and this is Bridget.
I was trying to pull you up on my phone for it didn't want to show that we were live.
Yeah, it sometimes takes a couple of seconds. But welcome in, everyone. We have Okie Grower 75 says hit the thumbs up. Thank you, MimiTammy, for messaging me. I just couldn't answer. I'm on my phone, live on this phone that I have Messenger on. So, but yes, I'm okay.
Just running.
She's been in and out of a food coma all day.
Well, I think that's probably most of us. Thanksgiving, everyone ends up passing out. I know the king passed out after we had lunch yesterday. He went and sat in the chair, and then all of a sudden I heard a snore, and he says, "I can't believe you let me fall asleep." I'm like, what else was I supposed to do?
Let's see. We have Body Illusion, and it's doing that thing with the tags again in the chat instead of the actual names. Body Illusion.
With that.
Hope you had a beautiful holiday, she says. Welcome in Angela. She's doing fine, drinking water, working on her sweater. And then there's MimiTammy. Welcome in, MimiTammy. And Michelle plays hooky. And my chat just jumped on me. At least it didn't jump very far.
Well, Miss Angela got her package. That's awesome. Always happy to hear things arrived on time.
That's good. We have DenyseLee, KimG. And thank you so much, Michelle. I would do the screaming goat, but it's been acting up. So it cuts off right in the middle. So I'm going to do it like 2 or 3 times. It's a half a scream.
Is it time for new batteries, or is your noisemaker going to?
It's only that one. I don't know. It everything else, the other 3 sounds on the goat work fine. I don't know. I think maybe I wore it out.
His screamer is just not screaming no more.
Nope.
Yeah. Michelle says you need a new goat.
I had got out my screwdriver. It's a little multi-tool. It has the interchangeable little bits. And I was going to take it apart and just kind of lost track of time. I couldn't find the other batteries that I have. They're the little tiny round ones.
Oof. Yeah, it's just hard to keep track of those.
Welcome in, Roseanne. And let's see. I think that's everybody new coming in. Thank you so much, DenyseLee. And I did set a goal today. I think it, let's see. Yeah, it's the thick little batteries. Yeah, hearing aid batteries. Let's see. Okay, so I did set it to any of the colors. If we get 10 additional, like 10 super chats, the 10 people that do the super chats will get 2 extra entries if we hit the goal. And also I will draw additional 10 names to the normal 6 that I draw on the last live of the month. So we'll draw 16, but the last 10 will go in to November and December giveaway.
Oh, wow. That is a good prize for the end of year goal.
Yeah, it's trying to make me do my own super chat. I was trying to read the read the goal I set. Wanted me to do one. I'm like, no, I can't. It's okay, MimiTammy. Welcome in, Okie Grower. And Body Illusion, Jessica Johnson. How is everybody's Thanksgiving?
All the kids found out that I have Pokemon patterns. So all three of them were naming their favorite Pokemons and dropping hints for, upcoming birthdays and stuff to you.
Yeah. Oh.
Which I don't mind. I like making them, and I have the patterns already, so it's not costing me anything but my time and the yarn, you know. And they're good with their stuff that I make them. I mean, all three of them have stuff from when they were little still that I made them, so they treasure that stuff.
Well, that's good. I did crochet a few things for my half sister's kids at one point the last few years. I don't really talk to her too much. I mean, there's nothing wrong. It's just we did not grow up together, so we're not used to communicating with each other all the
Right.
time. So yeah. But I did make there's two girls and a boy. I made a Little Mermaid Ariel for the eldest. I don't remember what I made the second one. I know I made the little boy a Triceratop.
Awesome. Michelle says she got to play with the grandbabies.
Aww. 9 and 28 months old. Such fun ages. Aw.
Oh, yes. Still small enough where they ain't got much choice when you tackle them to give them all the smooches.
I'm glad you got your internet back, KimG. That's good. I can't believe it was out over a week. Did you at least have your mobile data? Or did you have no internet whatsoever? That's got to be tough. I mean, I'm used to having Wi-Fi, so when we lose power or whatever, it's like I go to grab my phone and I'm like, I can't check nothing. I don't have internet.
Yeah.
And I don't have mobile service at all. I don't have a cell phone. I just have my cell phone that I use over Wi-Fi. So it's
Right.
like,
I would go insane. I have to have and I don't call anybody. Nobody calls me. If my phone rings, it's guaranteed that it's spam or some kind of I still have an ex that uses my phone number when they're scamming people. So I'm constantly getting calls for someone with that last name. And it's like, I'm sorry that you have been scammed. That person has no association with me or whatever, But that's the only time my phone ever rings. But still, if I'm without my phone, if I can't bring it with me, I'll lose my bloody mind.
yeah.
Even if I'm not gonna, touch it, I have to have the security of it being there just in case I need it, Like, I don't know.
I'm glad you had a good Thanksgiving, Roseanne. Welcome in, Sally Stevens. Kids are almost the same size. Just found out that I will be a great aunt in June. Hope no data. Nope, no data either. She says, oh, So you were completely cut off from the world. I'm so happy you got your internet back.
Right, me too, Michelle. Thankful for leftovers. I won't have to cook for a week.
Congratulations on being a great aunt. And we kind of like, it was me, my grandmother, my mom, and my brother. That's it. And normally my Aunt Pam and her son and his daughter will come for Thanksgiving, but she's been sick, so she didn't come this year. And so we tried to make minimal amounts, so we didn't have a whole ton left over.
Right.
I mean, we ate all the stuffing. There's still cranberry sauce, but that was one can we opened. We had maybe half the carrots we cooked left, a little bit of mashed potatoes, and maybe 2 or 3 big spoonfuls of green bean casserole, and one chicken tender. One out of like, I think 12 or 15 that she got, 16, I don't remember. But my brother don't eat chicken strips really. He likes the legs, and she got him, I think, 2 or 3 legs and some hot wings. So
There you go. Yeah, I made rolls from scratch, and of course, I make my own butter, so you know that turned out really, really nice. But I think I made too many. But I was trying, because I didn't know. I don't eat a whole lot of bread, but I didn't know how much my sister's kids would eat. She don't eat a whole lot of bread either because she's had that gastric bypass surgery, so she can't have a lot of that stuff.
yeah.
But I don't think I'll have to make any more. I think we should be good until it's all gone.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I don't eat a lot of bread.
I never have. To me, it's like it's eating something that I know is going to make my hips bigger, and it doesn't really add anything to my nutritional value. So I've always kind of thought of it as like something just empty to eat,
Yeah.
if you just
Yeah.
want to fill a hole in your stomach, not that you're actually looking for nutrition.
Mhm.
And since I can't eat very much at once, I generally go for what's going to give me the nutrition that I need rather than just filling a hole in my belly.
Yeah. Welcome in, Kendra, and I hope you enjoyed dinner. And happy birthday to your hubby. Michelle plays hooky. Well, I spun up 2 more hanks today. I got 4 more to do.
Girl, you're so you're so fast.
But it's only 2 ounces at a time. That's the thing. Oh, thank you so much, Kendra.
Haven't gotten used to the other one yet?
Hmm.
You haven't gotten used to the other one yet?
No, I did ply on it once or twice, and then I tried spinning on it a couple of times, and I have to figure out a better way to brace the bottom, I think, because the one that I use, like, what is that, paint sticks that I had broke to try
Mm-hmm.
to balance it so it don't wobble as much. That
Right.
didn't really, it kept moving, and so that didn't work. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to find either, like, I don't remember what they call it. Let me write her down real quick. It's like bracing that goes in the wall that when you're building a house, it's like metal
Mm-hmm.
strips that
Mm-hmm.
won't bend or anything, something like that to go across the bottom.
Okay.
Kind of brace the bottom of it, and then I want to try to, like, put some boards on the very back to help brace, because it's so top heavy too.
It is.
And so I want to try to fix it up to where it won't shake as bad and it'll be more sturdy.
Right.
But I did ply on it 2 different times. Actually 3 if you count the one time I just messed around with plying first. So, but yeah, what?
I haven't done anything with my wheel at all in the last probably good 3-4 weeks. I finished the one hank of yarn when I first started having, issues with my heart again. But since then, I started one. I just I haven't done nothing in crafting. Like, I've been working on this for a month now.
Wow.
And this is my first hank.
Well, I mean, we all go through times where we don't have either the drive or the want. You get
With
burned
my
out
going and then getting so darn sick this last couple of weeks. I don't get sick, like he brings home crap all the time and I don't ever get it. This time, oh goodness, it hit me hard.
MimiTammy says, beautiful, Bridget. Slow is fine.
But it don't make for very good content. I haven't made a video in probably like a month now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can understand.
And I got
that.
stuff to record.
That's the kind of the same thing I kept doing with the YouTube partner perks that I kept getting. The t-shirt, the thumb drive, the Subway gift card. I recorded a video in October when I used my gift card. And I had that video on my phone and I just never got around to uploading it. I was like, well, I'll wait till I get the other perks. Well, I knew mid-November is when I was going to get the shirt. And I just did it yesterday or the day before on Wednesday. Sat down and I filmed it all in one video. Even though it was supposed to be a Yarny Talk Thursday, I was like, well, I don't really have much yarn to show, so I just do it all in one.
Yeah. I got a few like Happy Mail ones I need to record. One I did record, but I did it using the new camera here. And I'm not sure where it saved it in my computer and I can't find the video. I know it's in there. I just don't know where, because I never used like a webcam to record a video before, but I said I had the ability to do it. So I hit record and it was recording, and then I stopped when I finished, but I don't know where it saved it at and I can't find it.
Maybe it's like it was attached to a computer, right?
Yeah.
Maybe in documents or pictures, or maybe there's some kind of folder under programs where it saved it.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm sure Marvin can help me find it. I just have to remember when he's home and has time to help me. Because he's better at technology than I am. Like this one here, I'm supposed to be able to click a button and the camera just automatically looks down at the table or whatever. And I can't figure out how to do that because when I come into StreamYard, I can no longer access the program for the camera because StreamYard is using the camera. I'm like, well, but I've seen other people just click a button and their camera automatically goes bloop.
Yeah. I wouldn't know
it knows
either.
how I don't.
And the one way I learn with technology is I just start fiddling with it all, and some people are like, if I do that, I might mess it up. And I'm like, but I have to learn how it works. No one else is going to teach me. I have to teach my grandmother how to do stuff, so I figure out how to do it first.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Trey Joyner. Happy late Thanksgiving to you.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Mimi, no, not Mimi, Tammy. Michelle Plays Hooky says, Bridget, I've been slow this year too. I just can't keep my arm bent for long.
Yeah, this whole year is like, it's like, how did we get to Thanksgiving? How is it like a little over a month and it's my birthday already? It's like, we just did this. I mean, it was only just like a month or two ago that we were celebrating my birthday. So how did we get here? Seems like the older
sure
we get,
flown by this year, for sure.
time just flies anymore. It's like you blinked and the whole year is gone. It's like, but wait a minute, I didn't have time to get anything done.
Yeah. Like every time I turn around, it's another month and I've got to gather the giveaway stuff together. And I'm like, the month is already over again?
So how in the heck?
Maybe if I had extra bags where I could put, a label, November giveaway, December giveaway, and it'd all be ready to go each month, but it's just so quick. This year has gone by so quick.
Yeah.
And do what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they moved it for the trailers they have there. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, this I mean, I just realized at the end of October that I've had Canella 1 year. And it was the day after I had her 1 year. And I realized, I was like, oh my goodness, I've already had Canella 1 year. Yeah. MimiTammy says, hi, Miss Patricia. She says, hey. Today and only today. I don't know where she lives. Where she lives? Northern Texas. Oh, well, that's okay. If she has a pop shelf around her, they have a lot of $5 and $8 kitchen gadgets, knife sets, scissors, and all that stuff. Graters and shredders and spoons, big spoons, spatulas, and all that for $1. Yeah. Today. And also, they have $35 really big mirrors that are pretty with gold around it for $15. So you save $20 on one mirror, today only. And so that's for those of you that have pop shelf around here, I would go before they close. Yes, but that's 10 o'clock, I think. They close at 10. And also Dollar General, if you need antifreeze, it's buy one, get one free. That's up to $16.25. Yeah. Free. And that's also oil and something else in the automotive thing. Hi, Flower Tammy, welcome in. And Joanne Burgess. Hey, Joanne. And also, the other thing at Dollar General that I thought was good was it's $11.25 or something like that for Pompeian olive oil. And you buy one, get one free. So that's, and MimiTammy says, I need antifreeze. Go, yes, go, because it's only it's a buy one, get one free deal, yeah. That one is today and I think tomorrow. But also, they also have IAMS, I-A-M-S, dog food. Mm-hmm. And you buy one, get one free. And the $10.50 bag is on sale for $8.95 or something like that. So you get 2 bags for the $8.95 instead of $20. So if you have for $20 and whatever it is. Anyway, so it's a good day to go. And I'm going to get supper. Bye. Okay.
We're going to venture out tomorrow because we got to get Christmas presents to pass for our motorcycle club. And we already got we're going on 2 charity rides in December. One is for Toys for Tots, where you gotta donate toys to go on the motorcycle ride. So we got toys for boys and toys for girls. And then later in the month, we're going on a veterans charity ride where you bring in something for a vet. And for that one, we're actually going to have a helicopter escort. Aww. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And tomorrow we got to go and get the stuff for the club meeting, gift to pass type thing. And we got a motorcycle camper now, so we can go camping with our motorcycle.
Awesome. Yay. Welcome in, Jill, Polite Lady.
I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been camping.
Yeah, we want to go on we want to go out to the Grand Canyon eventually, because I want to see it. That's, always been on the bucket list. And we want to go out to the Sturgis Bike Week. Not that we really like the big crowds of people, but riding through the Black Hills and stuff like that would be I want to see all those views and all that. Buying space.
Welcome in, Myra Elaine. Her name's Myra Elaine.
Okay. Hello, Myra. Welcome in.
Thank you so much for saying hi and giving a thumbs up. I've been to the Grand Canyon once that I know of. I think it was one of me, my mom, her husband at the time, and my brother. We had went on a trip to Arizona. And we ended up stopping on the way there. And we got to go see the Grand Canyon. And then we watched some kind of little, not lecture, but they had a presentation inside in this building. And I remember part of it. I don't remember too much. But grabbing some groceries with a huge snowstorm coming. Be safe, Noelle, and hello, honey. And when we finally got to Arizona, we were staying in this national park. I don't remember exactly how you pronounce it, but it started with the W. I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, but it was close to Phoenix, Arizona. And it was Hualapai Mountains or something like that. I don't know exactly how it's pronounced, but it was about this time of the year, and we had been there for several days, and all these deer and some animals start running through where we had camped. And we're like, what's going on? Not long later, it started snowing. And then I don't know, I think maybe about midnight, it started getting really bad. We decided to leave. We came back the next morning, and my side where I would have been sleeping was collapsed with snow. Right on my sleeping bag. And I'm like, well, I'm glad we went.
Right? Yeah, that would have been a heck of a night.
Yeah.
A foot of snow. My goodness, it's been forever since I've seen snow like that. I only like snow if I have access to a snowmobile. Past that, I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a lot of snow, Noelle.
I haven't seen snow like that in forever.
Oh, Joanne is about 2 hours away from the Grand Canyon. We go there often. It's fun this time of year to see the elk hiding out during hunting season.
Can't say as I blame them. But, oh, wouldn't that be wonderful to be that close? To be able to just But I say that, and so many people would be like, just love to be like a little over 2 hours from the ocean. And like, I've seen the ocean once now in the last 4 years. It's not that we don't want to go, it's just the time,
Yeah.
you know?
Hi, Summer and Doris. Welcome in. Summer says, I'm glad we don't get that kind of snow here. Beth, welcome in.
Yeah, I've seen snow, I think, twice since I moved to South Carolina. And when I say I seen snow, we got a very loose definition on that. 'Cause one day it stayed around for like a whole day. And the other time I woke up, there was a little bit of white dust on my porch. And within 2 hours, it was completely gone.
Yeah.
But like, it's so funny because, in Wisconsin, I can clearly remember like being in school and it's like blizzard snowing outside, and they made us stay until at least noon so they could count the whole school day. But here, if they're calling for snow on Friday, they're closing school on Wednesday. And I wish I was joking. They really do that. Like 2 days before the snow gets here, they close everything so people can run out and buy all the eggs and milk. Because if they run out of power, you're going to want to have eggs and milk.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, poor Summer. She says, it is cold and I'm waiting for the cats to eat and they are taking forever. I don't raccoons stealing all the food. I guess you're outside.
Yeah, I put a bunch
Tammy
extra
says,
out so that way
oh,
they steal it.
Do what?
I put a bunch of extra food out so that if the raccoons and the possums and the armadillos come and steal the cat's food, at least the cats had plenty before they got it. Well, and Michelle says, what part of Wisconsin? My hubby's family is from all over the state. I was born around the Portage area in Wisconsin, which is in the southern southwest side of Wisconsin, but I lived literally from one side to the other, from the top to the bottom. I have been all over Wisconsin. Most of my family is from around like the Beaver Dam area, or the Wisconsin Dells. Wisconsin Dells is one that a lot of people know of, because that's a big tourist town in Wisconsin. But yeah, La Crosse. I lived very close to La Crosse for quite a while. I actually, when I had my heart attack, I was probably only about an hour and a half out of La Crosse.
Michelle plays hooky, says the feral cat. I guess the feral cat is eating the bird and squirrel feed. Oh, really got to be hungry.
I made our feral kitties really happy yesterday. I put all the turkey bones outside for them. But of course, I left quite a bit on there, so they had good meat on there as well as the bones. So,
well, that's good.
Our feral community is. I say they're feral because the only people that can go anywhere near them is the king and I. Mm-hmm. Everybody else, they vanish, they disappear. But because we feed them all the time, they're calm with us. Yeah. But they're actually getting to the point now where I think they're actually bigger than my house cat is. But I found some food through Costco, and it's the Costco brand food. All their food is grain-free, so I don't have to worry about all the extra chemicals and whatnot. It's very low ingredients, and it's really, really good for them, and it's a really good price. I'm actually getting the cat food cheaper than what I was before, and it's way better for them.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I know all those places, Michelle.
Wow, summer.
Yeah,
We don't have
for wild
raccoons around
things,
here,
we
but
have them.
we had a skunk come in and eat me. Well, I never see a raccoon. The only time we seen a raccoon one time was during the day, and that's not a good sign when they come out during the day.
Yeah.
It means they're sick or have rabies or something, and it was a big male raccoon. Most of the time we see like possums or skunks or an armadillo every once in a while.
We get
No,
so
I've
many
seen it in the
here.
yard, remember?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they tear up my dirt, my yard, my pasture.
Mhm.
They dig holes looking for some kind of bugs and worms.
They eat scorpions.
Well, good. They can have all they want, but they're not eating.
Yeah. Welcome in, Sandy Dandy.
Yeah, when I see the critters that eat the bad critters, I welcome them around. A lot of people freak out because we got the giant wolf spiders here, but I protect those with everything I can because the giant wolf spiders actually eat the brown recluse and the black widows. So I'm like, them spiders is good spiders to have because they're going to eat the spiders that could potentially hurt you,
Yeah, yeah.
Raccoons are actually really
Just eating like
awesome.
no growls, just happy to get some home cooked canned cat food.
I've actually had quite a few raccoons as pets because their mama had gotten hit on the side of the road, so we would stop and pick up the babies and rescue them. They're just like having a cat around, but they're even cleaner because they even they wash their food and stuff. And one time I lived out in the country and we had to take our trash off to the dump. Well, we only had one vehicle, so it didn't get done, but once a week. Well, I didn't want the wild critters getting into my trash, so I always put a bowl of food out for the raccoons. Because if you give them food, then they're not going to get into the stuff you don't want them to get into because they got free access to, they don't have to work for nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I fed this mama raccoon for so long that when she had her babies and the babies got big enough, she brought all her babies. And it got to the point because she trusted me so much because she would see me come in and out and fill up her bowl that I could go out there and I could not only pet her, but I could pet all of her babies. And they were 100% wild raccoons. They never came in my house, nothing. But because I fed them, they allowed me to pet on them and love on them. I was like, oh.
Welcoming Karen, JSB. Noelle says, so over Black Friday shopping. I didn't even do any.
Me neither. We had a raccoon who would show up. That's hilarious, MimiTammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, raccoons are funny. Yeah, they're very, very smart animals. Yeah, that would definitely be true. Blue-eyed lady. They're cute as long as they're, not hurting your chickens.
We had a possum get in our chicken pen, and it was up there with the chickens on the ladder. And I'm like, oh my God, but it wasn't hurting them. It was trying to get out of the cold or something. I don't remember if it was during winter or just somehow got trapped in there. I don't remember, but it was up. We have a ladder kind of leaning so they can just sit on it if they wanted to. Because
Right.
we used to have like about 10 babies at one point, and then 3 grown chickens at one point. So I mean, it was like 13 to 15 at one point. So they all needed spots to sleep. So we had like some poles for some to get on, and then dang, that is a loud truck. And then a ladder for them to also sit on. But at the top, with one chicken at the top, and then there's the possum sitting right next to it. We're like, wow.
And Sandy says she apologizes for being late. Well, Miss Sandy, you're never ever late. You are where you need to be when you need to be there. Would definitely
Exactly.
appreciate you coming in.
And stealing your bird feeders and bending your shepherd's hook to get. Oh man.
Well, hey, Noelle, if you find one, honey, please let me know where they're located at, because I could use one of those as well. Applying for a yarn sugar daddy.
Wow, you even had a couple of the feeders go missing. Yeah, MimiTammy is looking out for her Splenda daddy first. I'm gonna go check Canella just to make sure she didn't get in
Okay.
the road or anything, because there's that truck going by.
Enjoy your time with your daughter, Miss Sandy. That's important. That's important. Family time is the most important thing you can do.
He's all snug and cozy in front of her heat lamp, laying on her on her little rug in front of her cage. Good.
My girls have been snuggling up to the wood stove.
Oh. Oh, bye, Sandy. Have a good evening. Yeah, the other night I had I opened the front door and it was like in the 40s, and I'm like, I am gonna go out in the garage because I have a curtain that I close and kind of pin shut, and then her heat lamp is out there, and so it kind of makes it about 5, sometimes 10 degrees warmer in the garage. And
Right.
I was gonna go smoke a cigarette before bed, and I went out the front porch and I said, no, thank you. So I ended up going to the garage, and I opened the door, and she was passed out in her little bed. I mean, she didn't even move one muscle at all when I went out and then came back into the house. She just stayed in the same position. She was out, and it was only 11 o'clock at night. My
Yeah.
Roo is hiding out under bed since new puppy moved in. Aw, poor Roo.
Yeah,
Welcome
Coco
back,
and
Sandy.
Khaleesi go through that, their front legs go out like this and their back legs go straight back behind them and they lay it flat like pancakes on that wood floor because my floor gets so warm from the wood stove. They're so funny.
My cat Tom used to lay on his belly, like have his front legs out like this, but his back legs are straight out, and he's laying on his belly. I have never
Yep.
seen a cat do that before or after. He was the only one that I ever saw do that.
Yeah, they look so funny when they do that.
Aw, Doris says, our doggo and kitty love snuggling in front of our pellet stove, too.
And pellet stoves are really nice. We debated on getting if we were going to do a pellet stove or a wood stove when we found this one.
Wow. Okay, Noelle says, I almost had an anxiety attack buying a graphing calculator that was $160, and it's a requirement for our son's math class. Wow.
And the heck of it is over half the buttons he's never going to touch unless he gets curious to see what they do.
Welcome back, Sandy, and welcome in, Terry.
Yeah, them fancy calculators are really expensive. I remember I moved from one school where if you brought a calculator into class, you automatically failed the class.
Yeah. You had
When
to do
in
all
the
the math
next
in your
school I
head or at
went
least
to,
show it on paper that you could work it out.
yeah, but my next school, they're like, you absolutely have to have a calculator. You can't go to math class without a calculator. And my mom was like, yeah, I don't think so. I'm not spending that kind of money. Because, back then it was even like $120, for the scientific fancy calculators. Well, then we were in class one day and the teacher decided to do like a mental math exam, this plus this divided by that minus this equals what. And I kept winning over and over and over again. And everyone started calling me the human calculator because everybody in class was used to using calculators. Where I went to school, you weren't allowed to use them. You had to figure it out either in your head or on paper. So that's how they started calling me the human calculator, because I got so sick of winning that I started showing the teacher's assistant rather than the teacher so that other people could win, because like everyone was getting mad at me. Numbers has always been something that like I just see them. I don't know how I can do what I can do with numbers, but I just know. I've never had to work at it. Like math was always something that was just an easy thing for me.
And math was not my strongest suit at all.
Now, ask me to spell something more complicated than my own name.
Bye,
Can't
Jill.
do it.
Have a good evening. What about raccoon came? So I collected up half the food and came in the food out in the yard, and they can have okay. Well,
Yeah, when it comes to food, they're like, well, they probably that mentality is, well, if I got to eat it, because if I don't eat it, then you know might be harder for them to get it again.
yeah.
Don't
Aw,
stress
that's
yourself
okay,
out, Miss
Doris.
Doris.
It's understandable. Don't worry about it. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I tried doing all that Advent stuff last year and keeping up with everything. And then I just realized that that kind of stuff, as much as I like it and I like watching other people do it, it's just not a thing that I'm strong in.
Yeah.
That whole keeping to doing this video on this day, or, you know, keeping that strong schedule. Just, I love the idea of it. But I need someone here to like manage that stuff and tell me when I need to be doing stuff, because I just kind of march off to my own drum and forget that I'm supposed to be doing stuff over here, you know, because I'm over here doing my own thing.
Yeah. Welcome in, Esther. And then Noel says, I still need a calculator even for the Uno score sheet. Hey, whenever I'm doing my, okay, so like when I count the yards on my nitty knotty for my yarn, and then I have to figure out the yards times 15 cents per yard, I can't do that in my head. I've got to go grab my phone and get the calculator out. So don't feel bad. Welcome in, Asia Joe. Happy late Thanksgiving to you. Summer says they have a huge feast of acorns right now. They don't need cat food. You would think they might like the cat food better than the acorns, though.
Right? It's got all that good smelling stuff in it, and they don't have to do any work to just eat it.
Mm-hmm. Sandy says, I would love to have you as a tutor, Bridget.
Yeah, I wish I would have been half as good at spelling and like English language stuff as I was with numbers. Because man, I think probably though the hardest part was because I'm dyslexic. So when I write a word down, and the form of dyslexia I have, I don't put the number backwards or the letter backwards. It's not a directional thing. It's like instead of putting the letter here, I put it here.
Yeah, it's like
So
Noel. Like if you were gonna write Noel's name out, it would come out instead of Noel, it would be
EOL.
Neol. I did that the other day, and it was with, I was filling out Christmas cards and somebody's name, I swapped the two letters. It should be ED and I put DE, or it should be DE and I put ED, and I'm like, I just messed up a Christmas card. And luckily I had a few extra that came in the box, so I mean, no big deal, but yeah, can't do that too many times.
It's the worst though when you're looking at it and you know the word is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't figure out what you did wrong. And then, like, when I write a sentence out, I'll type a sentence out, right? Because my brain knows what it's supposed to say, that's what I see.
Yeah.
I don't see what's actually there. I see what it's supposed to say. And then I hit send and reread it. And then I'm like, don't. Everyone thinks I'm an idiot. Because, like, there's 3 words missing and 2 of the words are in the wrong order. And but we all have our struggles. We all have those things that we're just innately good at. And then we all have those things that we can try all day long and it's not something that's meant for us, you know?
It's okay, Sally. We just been kind of chit-chatting about different stuff. I don't think you missed too much that was important, really. But I'm glad you
Queen
got to talk to your
530.
grandson.
I like that name. Who is that? Queen 530.
Oh, that's Ast. See, I was trying to combine Esther and Ashley. Her name is Esther Ashley. Her
Okay.
handle is Queen 530 Esther.
Well, I like that name. That's a cool name.
Mhm. Aw, I decorated too, Sally. I ended up putting the little Christmas tree over here on the inside, and I ended up putting the lights on the house up. And I found this pole that has like a V on the end, and all I do is I just put the Christmas lights on the end of the pole and then put it up and hook it on the nail. I don't even have to get on the ladder.
There you go.
So I did that. I put some tinsel around um, the tree. Actually, it was more like a garland. I put it on a little bitty mimosa tree. I decorated our mailbox. I put these plastic candy canes that we have. Like we have 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 17 of them. So I put 5 along the sidewalk and then 6 on each side of the driveway by the ditch. And put
Nice.
some lighted reindeer out. And by that time, I think it was like an hour and a half to 2 hours later with maybe 1 or 2 breaks in between them. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm done for today.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. I haven't done any of my decorating for Yule yet.
Yeah, but it's my little tradition I like to do is the day after Thanksgiving. Put it
Yeah,
up.
we usually do it the night of Thanksgiving. After everyone leaves, we'll get together, the king and I, and we'll decorate. But I was beat after they left.
Yeah. Asia Joe says, Bridget, your chair looks comfy from what I can see.
It is a wonderful chair. It's a gaming chair, so I can even tip it backwards, and it's got a leg rest on it that goes out so I can put my legs up. And
Aw. Summer says, my Thanksgiving memory is my cat that got lost at the vet, went to the trap overnight, and the tech is spoiling him while he is there waiting for the vet to tend to his swollen ear.
oh, poor baby. Hopefully the kitty will be good now.
Oh, happy anniversary, Esther.
Noelle says the tree is up until the kitties knock it over.
Oh, and Esther is doing she has 2 advents. It's her first time I've done
Fun. Advents are a lot of fun. It's a lot to keep up with, but I think it's a lot of fun. I know I had a blast dyeing the Advents that I sold last year. That was so much fun, and then watching people open them up. I just love that.
That was actually my first real advent, unlike a candy one. You know, is
Right?
something physical that I could hold in my hands beside eating it. And I
Yeah.
still have some of that fiber left. I still never finished dyeing. I mean, you've been. Oh my God, I can't talk.
Yeah, I didn't finish my Advent from last year either. Ray from Ray's Yarn Addiction and I most years have swapped back and forth. This year, she's been sick and I've been busy and didn't get it done. But I
Oh,
bought a house, an Advent for like Halloween, but I'm going to use it for the channel rather than use it as a Advent.
yeah.
just because it's spooky and cool, and I thought it kind of, fit my witchiness.
Esther means, no, I meant the 5:30 in my handle is my anniversary. So it's not her anniversary.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it was a lot of fun watching everyone open those advents up last year. I think I probably would have sold some this year if I would have kept them on the website, but being that I had Steve take everything off the website, none of them sold this year. But that's all right. I don't need to sell things to be happy.
Esther has a gaming chair. She loves it.
The gaming chairs are really nice.
I got a gaming chair like in 2013. My grandmother gave it to me for Christmas, and it sat on the floor, kind of like it would rock, and it had the speakers built in. It had an on-off switch. You could plug in the audio and video, or the audio auxiliary thing from the gaming system or your TV to the chair, and it would play through the speakers. I loved that thing, but it hurt my back a little bit, so I didn't use it as much.
I think that would freak me out, having the sound come from my chair.
Well, I mean,
just because I'm not
it was
used
kind
to
of
it.
like down by your shoulders, so it was not like right next to your head, and I never had it up too loud. But
Right.
I wouldn't have to lean up like this to hear it from the TV, because I was always one that, didn't have to have it blaring. My brother, on the other hand, when he would play a video game, it's got to be as loud as he can get it.
Right. I think that's a guy thing. But I know, like, when the king plays, he plays Red Dead Redemption. It's a cowboy game.
Yeah.
Very popular. He's tried to get me to play it, but I can't remember what buttons I'm supposed to push or what combination, But he plugs his earphones into the controller, and it literally makes the sound come like 360 around you.
Oh, wow.
It sounds really cool, but at the same time, it freaks me out. Like, how does it sound like there's someone standing behind me when I know there's no one standing behind me and everything's in front of me? So my logical brain starts kind of freaking out, because logically I know that there's nothing behind me, but I can hear it behind me. And yeah, I'm a little weird like that. Like,
My
he
brother
said, though, it's
played
really
Dead
good when you're doing the hunting and stuff.
Dead Redemption, and I think they have a 2.
Yeah, this is number 2 he's playing. I got it for him last year for Yule. I can't believe it's been a year already.
Wow. Yeah. I think I've even played that at one point. I played a lot of Resident Evil video games. I've played BioShock. I like that one a lot. I think they have 3 of them, or they might have another newer one now. I don't know. But I liked BioShock. I like pretty much anything that's Capcom that is like survival.
Right.
I'm very picky about games. I won't just play anything. I did like the Black Ops. My ear is ringing.
Icky. Hello, Miss Denise.
Isn't it Call of Duty? Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I do like those. I like the storylines in some of them, and I've played pretty much all of them except for maybe 2 or 3 of them that have been newer. But other than that, it's that's the little bit of video games
Right.
that I've played. I would mostly go back and replay certain games because they were my favorites. I've probably played Resident Evil 4 and 6 the most out of
Right.
any of my games. I may have 20 or 30. My brother is the type that he has multiple systems and probably close to 500 games, actual physical games, and stored on his computer. You know, he's a big gamer. Yeah.
Wow, that is a lot of games. I'd like to get an Xbox, an original Xbox, because I have one game. That's it, just one game, but it's Gauntlet. And I absolutely love that game. It is so much fun, but it's to me, it was more fun on the Xbox than it was on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Now we have a PlayStation 3, a 4, and a 5 because we
Yeah.
have games for all of them. And I'm not going to get rid of this one to buy the games for the next one that I already own for that one. Now he plays games like that, like the Resident Evil and Red Dead Redemption and stuff like that, where I like the Lego games. I
Yeah.
know it's silly because I'm fully grown adult, but like I like the puzzles inside the games. Like I said, I can't remember the combinations of buttons to push, but I can figure out the puzzles in the games, you know. So I always love playing those. Although today I got the Hogwarts Legacy game.
Mhm.
I haven't got to play it yet because I just got it today. But
I was playing a video game a couple of years ago. I like the Assassin's Creed ones too. I loved Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, and I think there was Brotherhood, and I've played them all. I just don't remember the names because it's been years. And
right,
I had just gotten an Xbox One a few years ago, and Assassin's Creed 2 was backwards compatible.
right.
I started playing it, and I had been playing it for 2 or 3 hours. It saves. I turned it off, turned it on the next morning, and the file was corrupted. I get back to playing where I was. It saves again. The same thing happened. I quit playing, and I have not touched my Xbox since. I don't even
Yeah,
use
that
it
that
as a
would be a
DVD player. It's unplugged. But yeah, that
that would be
ruins
very,
my
very
whole gaming
frustrating.
mood.
Right?
Yeah, but I
Yeah, I
have
don't
an
play like
Xbox
a Tetris.
360 and X1. I have a PS2 and an original Xbox because I have uh, it's a game by Capcom, but it's like it does something with vampires and ghouls, and I don't remember the name of it. And then there was another one, Munch's Odyssey or whatever. It was a part of the Abe's Odyssey games,
Mhm.
but it was only available on Xbox, the original. And so I bought it just so I could play that game.
Yeah, I've been searching high and low to find an original Xbox that doesn't have the red ring of death. It's hard to
Mhm.
find them.
I got
At least
mine
around
at
here.
we have a store here called Game Exchange. Um, I don't know if you can order online or not, but I mean, if you find one of those,
Right,
they buy pre-owned. Um,
right.
so I mean, you could also check pawn shops. I don't know if they'd carry them. Um, even sometimes if you could find them on eBay, sometimes,
Right.
but make sure you read fully in the description of the product to make sure it's not 4 parts or this or that. Welcome
So
in,
little
Demetra. I
Nick
know I'm behind in
Kitty.
the chat.
Little Nick Kitty said, "Do you play Crash?" I've seen that one. I've never played it.
Not sure. Welcome in, Mary Hain.
think that Crash Bandicoot and then she said, and Sonic. I've played Sonic. That's fun. I'm no good at it. I can't get much past the first level, but it's fun. I do enjoy it. I've just never been good at games other than like the puzzle kind.
Yeah. Noelle says she played Resident Evil. My chat just jumped and I lost where I was.
Oh, Michelle, I'm sure no one else thinks that makes you boring. I'm sure they love that you just watch and they can play. Yes, Tetris is awesome. I love Tetris.
I like Tetris too.
Tetris and Dr. Mario and yeah, I like any of the puzzle ones. Pac-Man's fun too. I kind of like the simulation games too, like the Sims ones and stuff like that. Those I'm still not very good at them, but it's kind of fun. Set up little towns and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. My aunt plays like The Sims. I think Trey did too for a little while. Welcome in, little Nick Kitty. God, my mouse is driving me insane.
Hey, Terry says old school she played Bomberman. Used to upset the kids and now they're in their 30s. Yeah, my parents, my father got us, we got a Nintendo one year for Christmas, but we weren't allowed to touch it unless Dad wanted to play too. And so we would all get one turn and then we would all die, of course, completely fast because we didn't know what we were doing. And then Dad would get on it and play for hours and we would get bored and go play in our rooms. So this is as much Nintendo action as I got as a kid.
I used to
We got a
love
computer
Super
the
Mario
same way.
Brothers.
I think I played it 2 or 3 times growing up. I never made it past the first level. I was fairly decent at Duck Hunt.
I would get
Um,
right up on screen like this and try to shoot the dog when he would laugh at me. Oh, that would make me so mad. I knew all like
yeah.
I could do the first level and I knew a shortcut to get to the next one. And then it would jump like that shortcut would take you to like 3 options, like 5, 6, and 7. And then if you can find the shortcut on 7, you would jump to 9 or 8 or whatever. I never beat that game.
Yeah.
That I remember.
I think the only reason I was good at Duck Hunt is because I actually went out hunting, like did real hunting. So I kind of understood what I was doing. Yeah. Dad hogged the controller and then we got a computer the same way. We got a computer for Christmas one year, but we weren't allowed to touch it. So that's all right. I had a lot of outside time, which I liked a lot better anyways. Right? That is some lucky kids. Here, I'm done with these games. You play these ones. They like that.
Yeah, and my brother has this little, it's kind of like it has multiple games built in. It kind of looks like a Nintendo DS handheld thing, but it's not that. I don't remember what he said it was, but it has like the Resident Evil games on it. It has the old school like Nintendo games. It has like all these different games on it. And it has like this HDMI cord you can plug in and stream it straight to the TV and still be playing
Is
it.
that
Unplug it and you can go on the go with it.
the Switch?
No, it's not a Switch. It's something similar, but I don't know what he called it.
I have a Nintendo DS, the DS XL, the 3D one. I have one of those. Not that I play it very often. But those are kind of fun. My nephew has the Switch one. He plugged it into my TV when he was here. And then I've seen, doesn't PlayStation have one too, or at least they used to, that had like little disc that came with it.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah, yeah. The
PSP,
PSP.
wasn't that what it was? Yeah, PSP.
Yeah.
I knew people that had one of those.
I knew somebody that had one of those too. GameCube, no, but he does have a GameCube.
I've bought a few
And
of
my
the
old
plug and
Nintendo.
play type games for the King, like ones that you plug in the little controller to the TV and the controller has like 50 games built in it, like Dig Dog and, like the old school games, the Atari games and stuff like that. He plays it every once in a while. Those are kind of fun, the old school games, real low tech,
Yeah.
not much for graphics.
The other day, well, it was not the other day. It was probably about 2 weekends ago when they came over for movie night. Me and my mom were watching something in here, and he wanted to go sit in my room and plug his game system into the TV. And I go in to get my medicine after we had eaten, and he's sitting there playing like some form of a Nintendo game. And I mean, the graphics are terrible on that huge TV I have. And I'm just like, can you even tell what that is? what you're doing?
Right?
I mean, the graphics were better on the box TV, the tube TVs, but on these like LCDs and everything, it just, and the bigger the screen, the more pixely it looks. And I'm like, can you even tell what you're doing? Yeah, okay.
You're right.
Aw.
Yeah, the King was giving me, he likes to give me grief because we've got it's like a 75 or an 80-inch TV. It's freaking huge. Like it's takes up half the wall, you know. And of course, this time of year, it's like, ooh, honey, TV's on Black Friday. And I'm like, you don't need a bigger TV.
Oh my goodness.
He got the one we got now because he was playing his Red Dead Redemption and he would have to scoot up to the TV because he said that the TV that's in here that's like 60 some inches was too small.
Okay, try a 20-inch or whatever, I mean, like, I think the one I have here is maybe a 30-inch TV or 32 or whatever. I don't really know. And the one in my room is bigger than that. And I think it's like a 42-inch but it's huge compared to what I was used to. And I got it like earlier this year. There was a lady that lived with our neighbor and ended up having to move, and she had like 3 TVs, but she like didn't want that one. And I was like, well, I'll take it. And she let me have it.
Right?
And my other one, it had like, not the one that's in the living room, but I took the one from my bedroom entertainment and I put it under my bed because it still works. But it had lines like right here, like blue, yellow, and red. And they kept getting worse over time. And it was like here, all across this area of the screen, you could see lines. I mean, I was used to it, and at some points you didn't see it, and then
Yeah.
it would get dark, you'd see it, and I'm just like, and I couldn't program it with a remote, even a universal remote. So every time I wanted to turn it up or turn it down, I had to go to the TV and turn it up, turn it down, turn it off. I'm like, yeah, this is ridiculous.
Reverted back to childhood when we were all the remotes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your parents wanted the TV changed or wanted, whatever. You go up there and hit that button. So switch that knob.
Yep. I remember one of those. We had one and it had speakers on the sides here and the screen in the middle and the little dial you had to turn. We only got like 3 or 4 channels and had rabbit ears. And oh my goodness, it's
Yep.
6:30 already. Wow. Yeah, we've been live almost an hour and 20 minutes.
Time flies.
Yeah, my grandfather would say, "Hey, get up and turn the volume up for me."
Yep. Or my
Let's see.
grandparents had one of those great big satellite dishes in the backyard. One of the ones that's like, you could lay in the darn thing. It was so
Oh, yeah.
freaking big. And I remember them, we gotta turn the satellite dish. So they're messing with the knob doohickey so they could watch their games and stuff. And now it's just, hit a button and you can watch anything you want. Especially like we got the Fire Sticks
Yeah.
on our TVs. So like you don't have to go anywhere to watch movies or whatever you want to see. It's right there at the click of a button.
Mhm.
It's so much easier now.
Same thing, we have the well, my mom has a Roku TV, but here in the house we have 3 Roku Express. You just plug them in to the HDMI port. And some things are not free, like certain movies you have to either rent or buy, or and that's when some streaming services might have them included in the subscription if you have it. But yeah, that's what we use. We haven't had cable in 2018, 2019, something.
Yeah, I turned my TV off in 2020, and other than watching like old school movies, like anything made before 2020, or binge watching old shows again before 2020, I don't never turn the darn thing on anymore.
Yeah.
And the king went on YouTube and they showed him how to program the Fire Sticks, so everything is free, and I don't even know how to use the darn thing because I watch my friends on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's, so much less drama with that. I can just watch my friends on YouTube and know that they're only going to be talking about yarn or crafty stuff because that's what they talk about.
Yeah.
I don't
Except
have to
me, I
worry
go
about
off on
nothing.
rants about games or movies.
Right. But I mean, it's never a surprise. Like if you don't want to hear about, current events or political stuff or
Yeah.
whatever, you can just avoid that stuff. And I'm so much happier when I can avoid all that stuff.
Yes. Yes. True.
Stay in my little bubble, my little farm, my friends, my arts and crafts. I'm a happy girl.
Let's get caught up on the chat really quick, and then we're going to do the entry giveaway. Or at least starting to get it done.
Yeah, YouTube teaches us a lot, doesn't it, Miss Sally?
Aw. Funny how we thought the graphics were great back in the day. Boy, electronics have come a long way with hefty price tag. Yes, they have, Noelle.
Enjoy the game, Michelle. I know the King's out there watching that game too. He's all excited about that one.
Michelle, that is, I don't even think that we had one like that. I had to still go up and turn the knobs. She said in the late 1970s, we had a TV with a remote control. It had to be plugged in and the cord draped across the living room.
Yeah, I remember seeing those. And the remote that was plugged into the TV.
Yeah, I do that from time to time too, Sally. Like how to do this or how to do that on YouTube.
Yeah. That's how I learned to crochet.
Good
I
night,
typed in
Michelle.
YouTube.
Play cookie. Oh, it's okay, MichelleJ. Yep. Turn the antenna for the parents.
Yeah.
Or straighten the rabbit ears, or, you know, move it this way, move it that way.
Or, hey, don't move. The game is on and I can see it because you're touching the remote, the antenna or the hanger that was hooked to the antenna, and you happen to touch it and the TV started working. They tell you, just stand there. I'm watching this.
Yeah. And then we found out if you put a little piece of aluminum foil on the end, it'll help strengthen it. And then you don't have to stand there and hold it.
Yep.
Welcome in, Margie. All right. Sally, would you like to pick out the keyword for tonight?
I think after I do my chain row, I'm going to be out of yarn finally.
Oh.
So then I got one more hank. Then I can send that off to who I'm making it for.
Oh.
That's a good word.
Goat. Okay. Alrighty. Our keyword for tonight is goat.
Yeah, I wish you guys were seeing the real color, though. I know, like, it's showing up more blue, but it's actually like a teal color. As good as this camera is with colors, teal, for whatever reason, does not like to show up.
Yeah, it will not show up. Even on my camera, no matter what I do, whatever light I have on it, it just comes out blue. Purple comes out blue. Orange will show up red, or red will show up orange. Pink sometimes will get the reddish look and it gets blown out. So, I mean, yeah, colors just don't show up good on cameras. All right, we got 16 so far. Welcome in Jen's Hobby Nook. And Mateo.
I've had us running the whole time. So I had to plug in. I was dying. Because if it wasn't on video, I would be in, in the bushes watching, because I come and watch all of your lives, whether I get to talk or not. So I always try to set up at least one device to come to the lives so that I'm there like I normally am.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I'm watching it too because I have the computer running, so I can read the chat. Although I don't really watch the video, I look at the chat more than I do anything.
The king is being a brat. He's standing outside the doorway making faces at me.
Hello to the king. All right, we got 17.
Excuse me.
Give it a couple more seconds. Sally says he needs to go watch the game.
Yeah, he's got it on out there. He just, he had to come tell me shh, shh, and pick on me. Yeah, it's getting a lot better. It only really flares up now, like when I get into it, massive temperature change. So if I go from inside where it's nice and warm to outside where it's colder, I start coughing really bad. And then when I come back in, I start coughing really bad until I get acclimated. But it's getting better.
Well, that's good. Welcome in, Jana Surfer. Please type the word goat. We are doing the entry giveaway.
The first time someone told me, you know what, you're the goat. I said, well, what? The acronym for GOAT is greatest of all time.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I had to think for a second what that meant, and I'm like, somebody's told me that recently. And I'm like, it didn't stay in my head what the acronym was.
It made me laugh so hard that I actually remembered it because I'm like, I'm the what? That's like my nephew and niece yesterday all day long kept going, it's 6'7", Tia. It's 6'7". I'm like, what does that mean? And they don't know either. No one knows what it means, but all the kids say it.
Maybe 6 out of 7, a good score. No.
I guess some kid did it and they got caught on video and the video went viral. So now all the kids are saying it, even though none of them know what it means. But it was kind of funny. It made me laugh a couple different times. It honestly, Demetra, I don't think it actually means anything. I think it's just one of those things that kids say to make the adults go, huh? Yep, there you go. It means nothing, just to irritate adults.
Sandy says, way back machine. We bought the kids a Nintendo 64. Sonic and Tails was the game. They played and played and was on their way of winning, but then our dog Elsie walked across the board and reset. Oh my goodness.
I bet they was mad. Hello, Miss Janice.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, my sister said she's been combating the 6'7" thing by going, nah, it's 7-Eleven. I'm like, okay.
If you sit there, they go 6, 7, 7, 8, or 8, 9.
Right?
Oh. All right, we are
Because
still
even the
sitting at
little one was
19.
doing it, you know? She's only 7, so it's like...
All right, we are sitting at 19. All right, I think everybody has entered. So good luck, everybody. Since we didn't hit the goal, we're just going to draw the 6 tonight. So good luck. Here we go. Angela Wright, congratulations. Next, good luck.
Karen JSP.
Congrats, Karen. Next, good luck.
Miss Demetra, congratulations.
Congrats. And next,
Miss Denise
Denise
Lee.
Lee. All right, number 5. Good luck. Flower Tammy.
I looked away too fast. Or little baby chicks.
All right, last one. Good luck. Noelle.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats, Noelle.
Congratulations, everybody.
All righty. So, all right. You each get 2 entries into this month's giveaway. I believe we draw for this one on Monday. I stopped comments on the giveaway video Sunday night. So if y'all have not gotten your comments in, make sure you do so before then. And it's kind of sad. All these gifted members that did not go in this month's giveaway. So y'all have, I think, a little bit better chance this month of no redraws, hopefully. So,
But I mean, I think honestly, I think the way that you're doing it now is a really good way to do it because one, then you're not going to have to redraw constantly, and that really does get disheartening when you're giving out gifts and they don't claim. I know it breaks my heart every time I have to redraw, but also by them coming in and acknowledging that they won it, I think that just works out. I think that's a really good idea that that they know for sure that they need to come and look at those videos.
yeah. I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for being here tonight, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see y'all in a few days. Bye, everybody.